Okay, you're filming.
So my name is Stephens. I'm an Army vet, combat vet of Afghanistan, and I'm now as of 2010, I've been the Veteran Service Officer for the County of Marin here in the state of California. And my introduction to Kevin, my first introduction to Kevin, I think as a huge win. That's really what I look for in my job. Is my adrenaline is by the wins I get at work. And what happened, I was driving on my way to work, and I had our county vehicle that says Veterans Office on it. And I'm driving down 4th Street in San Rafael, and in front of Mike's Bikes, I see this guy walking along, kind of kicking along, kind of hunched over a little bit with a backpack on. He's got a hoodie on, and he's kind of slunched over. It's a little drizzly, it's overcast. And I saw his boots, and I realized he is probably prior military. So I pulled over right away and got out, walked up to him, and as I walked up, I said, excuse me. He finally stopped and turned around, and I said, hey, by chance, are you prior military service? And he kind of stood up, and he's like, yes, I am. I was in the Marine Corps. And it was cool because I was like, all right, that's a win. I got this one right. And so I was talking to him. I said, so where did you sleep? He did look like he had slept outside that night. And so I asked him, I said, where did you sleep last night? And he tells me it was in the park. I believe it was at China Camp is where he had been camping or sleeping. And he got to tell me about his deployment. And I said, well, you know what? I can help you with housing, and then I also asked him, are you using any of your VA benefits or medical care? And I don't think he had access to either one of those yet. So I told him that I could definitely help him get that stuff going. And we talked just for a few minutes because he was running late for work. He had to get to his job. He was working for a buddy doing landscaping, and I said, okay, well, here's my card. Please reach out to me, or I'll come looking for you so we can get you set up and get you indoors. And he did. I was really grateful. I mean, you could tell he had a lot of pride, and that calling our office was going to be a big step. And as soon as he came in, we got to work. We got to work on filing the application for the health care. Got to work for filing for the benefits through the VA, and I was really excited to introduce him to a person that I consider a really good friend, but is also a colleague. Is the person who, when I first got home from Afghanistan, who met me at the front door of the VA in San Francisco, and literally welcomed me with open arms and held my hand throughout the VA system for the first couple of years. And I was thankful enough to persuade him to come work in my office to do exactly that for the veterans that I came in contact with, and he did. And so I was able to introduce Kevin to Spence, who then treated Kevin with the utmost dignity and respect that he deserved. And we were successful. I say our office was successful in helping Kevin obtain VA benefits, using VA healthcare, and setting them up for housing, which then I think he then transferred over to Tucson, and then just keeping track of it, and because he was definitely a character to be reckoned with. He had some amazing stories, and you definitely had to. You heard these stories, and there are some veterans that have some just over the top stories where you're like, you want to call bullshit, and you find out they are bullshit. And Kevin had these amazing stories that just seemed too unreal, too incredible, and you go look it up, and sure enough, the shit is as real as day, and it was amazing. Just to be honest, I thought of Kevin as kind of a movie star. I was in awe by his presence, and I was in awe by the type of person that he was. I was envious, but at the same time, I knew he was struggling on the inside, and so I had no doubt that when I turned him over to my colleague, to Spence, that he was in the best care, in the best hands. And that's really where my interaction with Kevin began and ended, because unfortunately I don't have the opportunity to spend as much time with veterans as I would like to, because our office is a small office. But like I said, I knew that Spence would be able to take the ball and run with it and care for him as if I was doing it myself. And I was very grateful for that. And to this day, I know that, I have no doubt that we extended Kevin's life a little bit by being more than a bureaucratic federal government office, and by being real with him and talking real, and listening, and not just being a listening post, but also advising. I have no doubt that myself and that Spence, by the honor and respect we gave Kevin, through our office and through our jobs and through our relationship, we helped extend Kevin's life. And I do wish he was still here. He's taught me a lot about suicide. I have veterans to this day that when we meet, I do my best to pull from them anything that might be going on that I need to be concerned about. I'm not going to call the van that has the guys in the white jackets. That's not who I am, but I'm definitely going to start connecting them with services so that they realize the difference between failure in the military and the difference of failure as a civilian is two completely different aspects. Our training in the military is definitely about failure. It's catastrophic, and can get the buddy to the left or right killed or wounded and take 3 people out of the fight. But failure in civilian life is much different. And we have, especially here in the United States, we have a lot of safety nets in place to help veterans to be successful. However, a lot of veterans don't know how to reach out, or how to reach out, or when to reach out for those services. And so, as a veteran service officer, I find that to be my responsibility to either find them or to make sure that if they don't know what they're looking for, to understand what their needs are, and to let them know what we're looking for. We're looking for together as a team. It's not them by themselves. We have a saying in our office, which is an old saying from during World War II, is that we've got your 6. You come to our office, we've got your 6, meaning we will watch and take care of you just as if you were one of our brothers. So that's my part in Kevin's life. Thank you. Thank you for doing this, Ivan.
Thank you.